Shri Shivaji Vidya Mandir, Aund. Welcome to our biology class. In previous lecture, we have seen the mechanism of respiration, and in that mechanism of respiration, we have seen the first process, that is a breathing. Now today we will see the second process. It will be a external respiration. We already know that breathing is the exchange of gases. Now in external respiration we will see how gases are exchanged. That means when air will enter in our lungs, and after that it will carry out carbon dioxide, and how this mechanism is occur we will see. Basically in external respiration, first we have to understand that this external respiration occurs between blood capillary, that means blood, and alveoli. You can see this diagram. So there will be a first layer which will be a capillary, that means here is the all blood cells are present. Then you can see second membrane, this will be a respiratory membrane, and you can see there is a third membrane called as a alveolar membrane. Next to the alveolar membrane there will be a surface fluid, that means at the end of a alveolar membrane somehow fluid is present, and this fluid is called as a surface fluid. And this is the blood from the pulmonary artery, and it will goes out from the pulmonary vein. And you can see there is a space in the middle, this is called as a alveolus, and in this alveolus this oxygen and carbon dioxide get exchanged. These membranes are made up of a simple squamous epithelium tissues, and this all membrane along with the capillary has a very dense network of this membrane, and these all membranes are very thin because there is a need for a exchange of gases. That means through these membranes these gases are exchanged. So these membranes are very thin in a structure. Important thing in this external respiration is that when this diffusion of oxygen and carbon dioxide gases occurs, at that time there is a higher partial area and there is a lower partial area. When these gases takes place, at that time it takes place from higher partial pressure to the lower partial pressure, and it will get equal at the end. So first we already know that air is enter in our body by the lungs, and oxygen is carried from the air, and carbon dioxide is carried out by the lungs. Now how it is working? So basically when air will enter in our lungs, at that time this air enter into the pulmonary artery via blood. That means this air will enter into the lungs, and from the lungs oxygen will enter into this blood, and this blood will called as a oxyhemoglobin because oxygen is present in this hemoglobin. And after that it will carry out carbon dioxide from the pulmonary vein. Why always blood entered from the pulmonary artery and why blood always goes out from the pulmonary vein? Reason behind this, the partial pressure. Basically, partial pressure of oxygen of a blood in a pulmonary capillaries, that means a pulmonary artery, it will be a only 40 mmHg, but main alveolar blood is the 104 mmHg. So there is a huge difference between this partial pressure. That's why oxygen always diffuses from alveoli to the capillaries. And partial pressure of a carbon dioxide is the 45 mmHg, but main alveolar air is only 40 mmHg. So there is a somehow difference in this partial pressure. That's why carbon dioxide always diffuses from capillaries to the alveoli. I have already told that when air is enter into the lungs, at that time oxygen get enter into the blood, it becomes a oxyhemoglobin, and this oxygen will diffuse into the RBCs, that means a red blood cells. And after the diffusion of oxygen, next carbon dioxide will diffuse into this alveolus, and when this carbon dioxide get diffused, at that time it will goes out by the pulmonary veins via blood. And this mechanism will circulate and will regulate and will get continuously repeated, and in this way this respiration will continuously occur. That's why this external respiration is also called as a exchange of gases at the alveolar level. Today we have seen the external respiration with the help of this diagram, and in this external respiration we have seen the how air is enter into our lungs and how oxygen is get mixed with our blood, and after that how carbon dioxide get carried out from the lungs. And more important thing that we have also seen the partial pressure, and depend on this partial pressure the way of transporting of oxygen and carbon dioxide is depend. In next lecture we will see the internal respiration, and in the internal respiration there will be a transport of oxygen and there will be a transport of carbon dioxide. In the internal respiration we will see in detail how oxygen and carbon dioxide get transferred by various effects.